Hello, this is Shanthappa, cleared UPSC with 644 rank. While working as a police sub-inspector, most of the people are struggling to clear prelims. So my suggestion and my input for you people is that you have to follow the themes. So in this Conquering Prelim series, we are going to discuss the themes which are repeated in previous year question paper related to the polity subject. Fine, we are going to speak up with the different questions and strategies, how to tackle these questions and what are the themes are recurring in it. Fine. First, we are going to look into the first question. Here, which of the following are envisaged by the rights against exploitation in the Constitution of India? So it speaks about fundamental rights. As I said earlier, fundamental rights are the fundamental for your preparation. So the statement number 1, it says prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. Yes, related to the Article 23. Right? Then abolition of untouchability, it belongs to Article 17. Protection of the interests of the minorities, it speaks about 29 and 30. Prohibition of employment of children in factories and mines. So 6 to 14. Children are prohibited to work in the hazardous tasks and factories. So here Article 23 and Article 6 to 4, Article 24, Article 23 and 24 speaks about the exploitation. You have to overcome the exploitation, right? Against exploitation. So here 1 and 4. So here option C seems to be right. Yes. My point is, the right against exploitation is the important thing for the UPSC preparation. You should be take care. In most of the State Service Commission also, this question related to the Article 23 and 24 appeared in prelims. Fine. Then we are going to look into the next question. So this is all about right against exploitation. Right against exploitation, 2 articles, Article 23 and 24. Right. Question number 2. Question number 2, one of the implications of the equality in the society is the absence of privileges, restraints, ideology. My friends, here answer is privileges. But my point is not to find answer. You have to speak about other options also. So here, competition. If you do not have a competition, you cannot sustain in the market economy. So this competition is all about market economy. Restraints means the Constitution is going to put a restraints on the government not to exercise its over authority and power. Then ideology, wherever you go, whether it is in democratic or despotic or authoritarian rule, there must be ideology. Without ideology, no party is going to rule any nation or state. So here the privileges. So here Article 14, 15, 16, which speaks about there is no special privileges for anybody except few constitutional posts. So that's why only privileges. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of the laws. 14. So equality before the law. Article 15 says there is no discrimination on the basis of caste, sex, region, gender and place of birth. Article 16 says there should be equality in the public employment. So here the concept of equality before the law is the British origin. This is the British concept. Our constitutional machine, for example, our parliament system, our Lok Sabha system, our Rajya Sabha system is more or less inspired by the British administration, British parliament. The absence of any special privileges in favor of any person. The equal subjection of all persons to ordinary law of the land administered by the ordinary law courts, and no person, whether rich or poor, high or low, official or non-official, is above the law. Even courts are also below the law. The courts are interpreting the law. Despite their interpreting the law, they are below the law itself. That's why. So right to equality is the absence privileges, not ideology. And the next question, which principle among the following was added to the directive principle? Before solving this question, I want to tell one message to the students. I have told you earlier, there is a topic in your main syllabus, amendments. So, amendment 100 plus 106 amendments are happened. So, for any human being, it is very difficult to remember all the amendments. That's why you have to go for smart preparation. So, among the important amendments, 42nd Constitutional Amendment is very, very important for your prelims and mains preparation. So, that's why 42nd Constitutional Amendment is called as the mini constitution. So, here the theme is 42nd Constitutional Amendment. You should be very careful about 42nd Amendment, and you should look into the 42nd Amendment very seriously and make a note on that. Yes. So, the question is about to 42nd Amendment, which of the provision we have added into the DPSP. Here two things, one is DPSP is important, another one is 42nd Constitutional Amendment. So equal pay for equal work for both men and women, participation of workers in the management of the industries, right to work, education, public assistance, securing living wage and human conditions of workers. Among the four options, option B, option B is the right answer. So, option B gives some message to the society, India and for aspirants, because the 42nd Constitutional Amendment made by our Honorable former Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi. Her policies, her ideology more or less are inclining towards socialism. So, you are giving opportunities for workers. You are giving opportunities for workers to manage industries, because if workers are a part of management, then the profit and the interest of the workers is going to be expressed in the management. If there is no representation of the laborers in the management section, then there is a possibility that exploitation by the industrial owners. So this exploitation further leads to economic disparity. That's why the socialism, the socialistic ideals are part in constitutional. That's why participation has been included in the DPSP through the 42nd. You have to understand what is the reason behind these amendments. Then only you can remember for a longer period of time. So, not try to remember. Better you try to understand the logic behind the amendment. Then it is easy and enjoying for you this preparation. Then 42nd Amendment Act 1976 added 4 new DPSP. This is the fact. These are the facts. So you should remember these things. So to secure the opportunities for healthy development of the children, 39. Then to promote equal justice and provide free legal aid to the poor. Article 39A. So by taking inspiration from this Article 39A, government came up with National Legal Service Authority Act. This National Legal Service Authority Act is going to aid the poor. And also, this National Legal Service Authority Act is going to conduct lok adals. It is going to give a platform for the litigants to solve their problems amicably. The main intention is that it is going to bring down the burden on the regular courts. So the compoundable case means those cases which are eligible for the compromise. So such cases are going to the lok adalats, so that it is going to reduce the burden on the. Then to take steps to secure the participation of workers in management of the industry. So the question appeared in our prelims. To protect and improve the environment and safeguard the forests and wildlife. See, we have to understand the history behind this newly added provision. Our Honorable former Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi went to the Environment Summit. After taking the inputs from the Environment Summit, added the provision. Why 1904. He has made 2 remarkable legislation over environment. The one thing, Article 48, and second one is 1974 wildlife. The 44th Amendment Act 1978 added one more DPSP. State should yes, Article 38A is also has a decentralization of wealth is going to happen in the. Well, if you see the grassroots scenario, This is not government is failed to fulfill a vision behind this article. 8. The 86th Amendment Act 2002 changed the subject matter of Article 45. Article 45 changed the subject matter. So in the new subject, the state shall try to provide pre-education, pre-primary education till the age of 6. But so establishing and promoting Anganwadis. These Anganwadis is going to give a platform for the to the age of 6 to get adjusted to the school environment. Then we have added 97th Constitutional Amendment Act in the DPSP, which promotes voluntary formation of autonomous functioning, democratic control, and professional management of cooperative societies. Nowadays, cooperative societies are going to give a economic. It makes farmers more economically empowered. So it gives alternative income. That's why the Ministry of Cooperatives has been established in the recent days. So question you may get: what are the implications, importance, challenges related to the cooperative societies? Fourth question: which one of the following statement is correct? Rights are the claims of the state against the state. Option B: rights are privileges which are. Option C: rights are claims of the state. Here, if you see the four options, I have already explained in the previous question. Contradictory statements are usually present. Rights are the claims of the states against the citizens. Rights are the claims of the state against the citizens. Option C: rights are the claims of the citizens against the state. These option A and option C seems to be their contradicting nature. So most of the time, the answer lies in the contradicting. So here, the right answer is option C. Rights are the claims of the citizens against the states, because fundamental rights are the claims by the citizens. It is not the claims of the states. Citizens, because to enjoy DPSP whenever state wants to implement those things, not when people wants to enjoy those things. Right? So here, fundamental rights are the claims against the state. These are the claims of the citizens, right? So answer C is correct. Here answer D: rights or privileges of the few citizens. No. In India, in democracy, even rich or poor, high or low, high caste or low caste, irrespective of the caste, gender, sex, and place of birth, everyone has equal rights. Even Prime Minister has only one right. A common man has only. Common man voting power is as equal as the voting power of the Prime Minister. That is the beauty of the Indian democracy. So rights are privileges. No. That's the right. If rights are the privileges of the few, then it is not a egalitarian society. It is going to lead a feudalism. It is going to make our societies more feudalistic in nature. So this is direct opposite to the democratic norms and values. Question number 5. Consider the following statement. Dear friends, my point is always DPSP is important. You have to find out which are the provisions, which are the amendments, what are the themes behind this DPSP. So here, DPSP is going to make a new wings, a new extra options for the state to implement its idea and ideology. It is not a limitations for both executive. However, fundamental rights are going to put a limitation legislative function and executive function. I want to say that answer is D. So out of the 100 questions, the answers like neither one nor two is going to come around 3 to 4. So before you are going to tick for neither one nor two, you should be very careful and 100% you have a clarity about that. then only you can go for either one nor two, because UPSC is not, it is not either one nor two. It will go either B or C, either A or C, not with option D. So this is the one more tone, one more idea, one more way of approaching the question paper. Fine. So the answer is here D. Before you are putting answer D, before you are going for neither one nor two, you should put that option whether it is correct or wrong. Fine. Then, which of the following statements is or true about the fundamental? Here theme is fundamental duty. The theme fundamental duty is very, very important. It is incorporated to the 42nd. I'm going to tell you again. Through Sudharshan committee, these fundamental duties are included in the. Here the option A, a legislative process has been provided to enforce. No, there is no legislative process. There is no legislative process has been enforced, and it is not enforceable through the courts also. Fine. It is always enforceable. Then they are correlated to the legal duties. No, it is not correlated to the legal duties. Here I want to give some explanation. Part 4A, Part 4 speaks about DPSP, Part 4A speaks about fundamental duties. It's about 51A. 51A. The original constitution did not contain these duties. Yes, as I have told earlier, on the basis of the recommendation made by the Sudharshan committee, these were the part of constitution. 10 fundamental duties were added in the constitution by the part 6. In 2002, one more fundamental duty was added to the constitution. As of now, there are 11 fundamental duties. As of now, there are 11 fundamental duties. Like the DPSP, they are not non-justiciable. Like DPSP, they are not justiciable. Not go to the court, court order, you cannot impose. The rights and duties of the citizens are correlative and inseparable. Yes, the rights and duties. Whoever enjoys the fundamental rights, he or she also should follow the fundamental duties. They are two faces of the same coin. Whoever enjoys the fundamental rights, he or she should be follow the fundamental duties. You are claiming only rights, but if you are not following the fundamental duties, natural laws, is against to the civic morality. It is against to the ethics of the constitution. So, in order to bring the responsibility, accountability, the constitution has came up with the fundamental rights as well as fundamental duties. Fine. However, the parliament is free to enforce them by suitable legislation. In the context of India, which one of the following is the correct relationship between rights and duties? As I have told earlier, rights are correlated with option A seems to be right. Option B, rights are personal and individual. No. Rights are not personal. Rights are personal as well as community oriented. Because if you see the article 30, it speaks about minorities, means community. Right? Rights, not duties, are important for the advancements of the personal citizen. No, rights as well as duties. Rights will bring a political freedom. Duties bring civic responsibility and civic behavior in the citizens. Duties, not rights, are important for the stability of both are important. Question number 8. To uphold and protect the sovereignty and integrity of India, provision made in the UPSC fundamental. Before we are going to finding the answer, here themes are preamble, DSP. So again, these themes are repeating in nature. Fundamental duty. Fundamental duties. Article 50. This provision is given in subclass C. 51A subclass C speaks about you have to protect integrity of the nation. So this principle, Article 51A subclass C, is lies with the. So you can use this article in IR related topic. You can use this article 51A subclass C be used in IR related tasks and also national security, because few vested interest people are going to act against the sovereignty of the nation. People shouts Pakistan Zindabad, which is against the Article 51A subclass. I am going to tell you, you should use more number of constitutional provisions with authenticated numbers, with accurate numbers and articles. So it looks very, your answers gets more weightage, you will get more marks. Then question number 9, the ideal of welfare state in the Indian Constitution is mentioned in 2015. This question was asked. So as we know, the welfare state, the main intention of the Constitution is to make India as a welfare state. We know this 7th schedule. Then consider the following statement regarding the DPSP. Again DPSP. See, DPSP again repeating. It keeps on repeating, right? The principle spell out the socio-economic democracy country. Exactly. The DPSP speaks about socio-economic democracy, socio-economic freedom. For example, it speaks about there should be no concentration of wealth in a single hand. There should be equal distribution. Is economic justice. There is an equal pay for equal work. That is social justice, because in our society, women gets less payment when compared to men. Despite she works as equal as men, she is going to less payment because of social discrimination. That's why Constitution has came up with, in order to give socio-economic democracy, we have to implement. The provision contained in these principles are not enforceable by any court. That is also true, because state do not have enough financial resources to implement these DPSP. That's why Constitution has given a discretion to the state government whenever it wants. There is no time-bound manner for government to implement all these DPSP. So answer is both 1 and 2. Next question number 11. In the Constitution of India, the promotion of international peace and security is included in the answer B. There is a difference between international peace and protecting India's sovereignty. Protecting India's sovereignty is coming in fundamental duty. So these things are very confusing in nature. That's why I request you to remember with more clarity. Then only it will make more meaningful preparation. So this speaks about DPSP, direct preparation. Article 50 speaks about there is a separation of power between executive. So here themes are very important. DPSP is one of the themes. Again, here fundamental duty. So among the schedules, 5th schedule, 6th schedule, 9th schedule, 10th schedule, then 11th and 12th schedules are very. So in these days, now people, these MLAs, shifting from one to another political party, then that is going to be decided qualified by the speaker. Decision are going to, they are going to challenge in the High Court. That's why this issue, this anti-defection law, nothing but Schedule 10 is always a burning issue for the Indian polity. So being a UPSC aspirant, we should take care about schedules. The themes schedules are repeating. So here the 9th schedule appeared as a wrong, may come into a right option. So through the first amendment, we have made 9th schedule. So in the year 2016, the question was like this: who was the prime minister when the first amendment, when the 9th schedule was created? Is nothing but who was the prime minister when first amendment has been made? The answer is Jawaharlal Nehru. So that's why I am going to tell you the themes are very important rather than on. Then question number 12. Economic justice as one of the objectives of the Indian Constitution has been provided in. Economic justice as one of the objectives of the Indian Constitution provided. So I have told you in the previous question only. So socio-economic justice, answer is DPSP. This is very easy question. So answer is Preamble and DPS. In preamble, there is a social justice, economic justice, and political justice. So in DPSP, only socio-economic justice. Political justice are fundamental rights. Question number 13. According to the Constitution of India, which one of the following are the fundamental for the government? Question number 14. Which of the following provisions of the Constitution of India have a bearing on? Yes, here DPSP's Article 45 about education, rural and urban local bodies, 11th schedule and 12th schedule. Rural local bodies consist 28 items, urban local bodies consist 18 items. So among those items, education has been mentioned. 5th schedule has some bearings related to the 5th schedule. 6th schedule also have some bearings with the education. 7th about education. Through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment, we have shifted education from the state list to the. So this is how the education is going to attach with different provisions of the Constitution. So you should take care about health, education, sanitation, rural development, drinking water, women empowerment. So these are the key areas in which UPSC focuses more. So in this way, you have to make a preparation for both prelims, mains, and interview. Because in prelims also, questions schemes are going to come into prelims. These schemes are more or less these vulnerable sections and the social indicators, health, education, mortality, then enrollment ratio, how many households consist of functional toilet rooms. These are the key social indicators through which we can measure the progress of the society. Then question number 15. Consider the following provisions under the DPSP as enshrined in the Constitution. Securing for citizens of India a uniform, managing village panchayat, promoting cottage industry, securing for all the workers reasonable. Which of the following above are the Gandhian principles are reflected in the DPSP? So dear students, I always suggest you to go for smart preparation. There are three different type of DPSPs. One is Gandhian principle, another one is liberal principle, another one is socialistic principle. Among these three principles, Gandhian principles very important and priority area for UPSC. Gandhi. See, I have mentioned Gandhi. Gandhi is always important. Gandhi is always, Gandhian thoughts are going to come into essay. Gandhian ideas are going to come into GS1. Gandhian principles are going to come into the ethics, both in questions as well as case study. So you should take care about Gandhian principles, because Gandhi is always going to come and rescue you. Right? So here the question is Gandhian ideology. So Gandhi speaks about organizing village panchayat. So Article 40, about Article 40. Then promoting cottage industries in rural areas, because Gandhi believes decentralized economic development, not a centralized development. Because these cottage industries makes villages are more independent. So Gandhi believes in independent village, that is called Swaraj. In Swaraj, people are ruling by themselves. It is economic independency and centralized economic development, and it empowers every human being. There is no crony capitalism in Gandhian principle. That's why answer is 2 and 3. Then Article 16. Which of the following is or are among the fundamental duties of the citizen laid down by the? These are the direct questions. So you should remember total 7 fundamental duties, because if you remember these things, then you can make it a right answer with more confidence. Exactly, the confidence is more important. If you have doubt, that a doubt mindset, doubt nature is going to carry over for next. So the next question also you are going to make it. You are going to tick the answer in a doubt doubt mindset. This doubt mindset is going to make a harm to your confidence level and success. To preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to protect the weaker section, to develop the scientific and spirit of inquiry, to strive towards excellence, all spirit activity. So here answer is 1, 3, 4. To protect a weaker section, justice not a right answer. So that's why you should have a crystal clear about fundamental duties, DPSPs, F for preamble. You should know the reasons, you should know the logics behind, then only you can remember well. Then question number, yes, in India, if a religious sect or community is given the status of national minority, what special advantage? So the theme is Article 29 and 30, minorities. Speaks about any minority, either religious minority or linguistic minority, can protect their language. On the other hand, Article 30 speaks about a religious minority or a minority institution can establish as well as administer their own education. Nowadays, there is a case related to the minority education. So that case, that hearing is going now. That case in front of the Supreme Court. Hearing is going on about whether this minority education are these education have the obey the rules and regulation made by the 86. So now that issue is going on. So you should aware about Article 29 and 30. Through this question, the inference is that Article 29 and 30, it can establish an administrative exclusive education. Yes, the President of India automatically of the community in the local assembly. Option 2 outrightly. If you remove option 2, if you remove option 2, B and D automatically. If you remove option 2, remove 2, B and D automatically. Then if you see option A and C, only one statement. If you see the option 1 and C, only one statement is correct. That automatically, option 3, it can derive the benefits from. Yes. Most of the time, I want to say one thing. Option A, out of the state, the mindset of the that he don't want to give wrong information to us because he believes that Prelims question paper right platform to enlighten the aspirants, to enlighten India. Most of the time, out of the 3 statements, there is a possibility that 2 statements are going to be correct. This is the tone and pulse of the examination. But this statement and observation is true. My point is, for if you want to make a preparation for prelims, first thing which is going to come and rescue is, then common sense, then trends in the UP. This is the trend. Whenever he is going to give a statement, whenever he is going to give a statement, there is a possibility that 2 statements are going to be correct. There is a less possibility that there is only one statement. So this is the trend. And Article question number 80. Under the Constitution of India, which one of the following not a fundamental? To vote in the public elections, to develop the scientific test, safeguard the public, obey with the Constitution. Your answer is A. My point is not to find the answer. My point is what is the reason behind this aspect. What is the theme? See, there was a question already appeared in the UPSC in the previous year question. Right to vote. So it's about voting public election. So it means so voting the voting provision Article 326. Article 326. So Article 326 gives universal adult suffrage. Whoever attains the age, he or she is going to eligible to get a vote. My point is, so voting power, the voting power is a constitution. This theme, the voting power is a theme. I don't want to find answer. I want a theme. So this theme is very important. Then question number 19. Consider the right to equality. Which of the above is the human rights or human rights under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This question is repeated. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a repeated theme. So Declaration of Human Rights is important theme for your. I told you earlier. Yes, right to education is one of the basic and compulsory thing for every human being to strive towards excellence. Right to equal access in public services, Article 60. Right to food, yes, without food there is no human being. So these questions can be tackled through the common sense. The pattern of this question is not, the exact question is not repeated, the theme is repeated, but these questions can be tackled through the common sense if you know the constitutional principles and vision with utmost clarity. Then with reference to the Constitution of India, consider the following. The 2010 Fundamental Rights, Fundamental Duties, DPSP. Which of the following provisions of the Constitution is or are fulfilled by the National Social Program? The name itself says National Social Assistance Program. Most of the time, these fundamental rights, fundamental duties, DPSP has a broader vision. In one or other way, these visions are correlated to the National Social Assistance Program because name itself says social assistance. Yes or no? Social assistance. So, more or less, answer is going to become 1, 2, 3. Most of the time, these things are going to cover the program. This preamble, DPSP, fundamental rights, fundamental. These things are holistic in nature. These things cover vast number of areas, vast number of topics, vast number of laws. That's why more or less we should go for 1, 2, 3. Means wherever preamble, DPSP, FR is, these areas are going to cover. It is like these three things are like a specific question which covers everything. Then question number 21. Which of the following these are included? DPSP, again DPSP, nature, repeating in prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. So this question is already repeated. This question related, this article related to the fundamental rights, article 23. Then prohibition of consumption. So here answer is B. Then question number 22. Consider the following statement. Free and compulsory education to the children of 6 to 14 years age groups by the state was made by fundamental 26. I have told you n number of times education is the important theme. So we have made education free and compulsory to the age from 6 to 14 through the 86 Constitutional Amendment, not 76 Constitutional Amendment. And if you see the trend in the UPSC Prelims, most of the time UPSC question paper setter is going to manipulate the numbers, because if he or she manipulates the number, it is very easy for him because it is not a subjective, it is a facts. Most of the time the UPSC question paper setter is going to manipulate the number. Here also he manipulated number. But this idea, this trend or this way of manipulation is not always true. I am going to suggest you to first you should rely on your knowledge, second common sense, third thing is a trend in the UPSC. Fine. Sarva Shikshan Abhiyana seeks to provide a computer education even in rural areas. If you remove option A, if you remove option number 1, then automatically you will end up with option C. That's why if you are very much clear about amendments, then you will find it very easy for you to find a right option. So this option statement number 1 gives a 3 hints for you. First hint, the education is important theme. Second hint, amendments are important. Third thing, he is going to manipulate the numbers. That are the 3 hints you have to get from the. So thank you, and we are going to come up with a few more questions and we are going to discuss with you, and you should be careful about the themes and inferences. Catch you. Bye bye.